So we could start with one point, with other point, we could get back in your thoughts. So I think that first stage that I have read your book on fanged noumena. That was a kind of I was very astonished by that. That was kind of global confirmation of traditionalist Guénonian, Evolan, Heideggerian vision of how the world ends. So the technological development, this liberation from the human presence, from the Dasein precisely, and this passage to the artificial intelligence, totally technological structures, and liberation of the core of the earth, in order to put the end to the life on the earth. That was precisely as we traditionalists, we interpret the will or the very being, very essence of the modernity. Modernity, it is Antichrist in our eyes, traditionally. So, and before you was a kind of some very brave. You were considered by us, not you were. So sorry. So you were considered by us as the most brave, most brilliant, most consequent philosopher, the thinker, who was not hesitating to give the whole picture of what is going on. So the modernity was a kind of interpreted as the kind of the will of the God's idols of Lovecraft, old ones, a kind of point of special attractor, the strange attractor that is outside. So outside of the conceptual being of humanistic culture, and this attraction, it is attracting precisely the humanity to this post-human, post-historical pole. And that description was fantastic, developed by Rezane Gerestani, and we could read something very similar in Meyasu, in Harman. So that was confirmation of the most radical presumptions or the intuitions of the radical traditionalists. But now you rather share some moderate, conservative, multipolar attitude to what is going on. So that as well that demands the big respect. So no problem. That is much closer to our own position. But I could not get out of the difference. So there is early Wittgenstein and late Wittgenstein, totally opposite. There is Latramon of the Chant de Maldoror, the other late Maldoror of the Poésie. So we are knowing global philosophy and culture. We should be be accustomed. So it is not something new, but there is very important and very interesting change in your opinion that I, with great pleasure and interest, I'm discovering just now in the online conversation.